All right. This is Jessica Kamara versus outfits did not fail. Love the outfits. This is Kamara versus Cameron. Round number one coming up. Ooh. Getting those instructions. This is a great ref they have. All right, we have 35 seconds left in round number one. The ladies are just getting familiar with each other. Outfits are bomb. They did not fail on the outfits. During each break, I will tell you a little bit about my business and how it relates to this boxing thing. All right, round number two coming up. I am Camethea Wilson, the owner of Knockout Health and Wellness. I repeat, I do not turn amateurs into professionals. I teach the everyday person how to box, basically, improving their cardio and their stamina for their everyday life. That is what I do. That is what I'm passionate about, taking boxing outside the ring into the community in which I serve to better serve others through their fitness journeys. Knockout Health and Wellness. On to round number two. Let me get out of the way so you can see this art. You see that? You see that? Hey, I appreciate you. Hello. So this is prelims. This is a ladies fight night. It's Friday. Netflix is hosting an awesome thing. It's a ladies fight night. 6 championship boxing events or matches are going on tonight. From the prelims to the main event, I will be covering it. However, I will hop in and out of these prelims. Once we get to my favorite fight as well as the main event, you will see me through all the rounds. They are doing 10 rounds, 2 minutes each round, and I will be covering that. During their 30-second break, I will tell you a little bit about me and my business. Second round, ladies are shooting a jab, really good foot movement, nice head movement. Kamara and Cameron. Kamara versus Cameron. They did not fail on the outfits. I'm loving it. Gotta drop that in the chat, telling them that, yo, I love the outfits. And the chat that I'm in is live on YouTube. So this is Netflix Sports, and I'm live in their chat, and that's how I'm catching the boxing event that I'm relaying to you all. I'm watching this on the small screen now. However, as the matches go on, I'm going to put it on the big screen. I'm excited. I'm excited. Again, let me move out of the way so you can see this artwork. Oh, yes. Yes. Round 2 is about to end. Ladies are still on the feet. They're making their way to the corner. I am Camethea, the owner of Knockout Health and Wellness. I repeat, I do not teach amateurs and make them professionals. I teach the everyday person how to basically box, or the boxing basics, to change and improve their cardio through their everyday life. That is what I'm passionate about. That is what I do. I take boxing outside the ring into the community in which I serve to improve people's journey through their health and their wellness. I appreciate you all joining the live. If it's not for you, I totally understand. However, if it is for you, please subscribe, hit a like, leave some comments, just as Aria King did. Please, please. The only thing that I ask is be kind in the chat. Don't be rude. If you have that rude mentality, this is really not the channel for you. It's other channels for that. However, this is not one of them. Round number 3 has started. Let me dip out of the way. Artwork. Oh. So, unlike the previous fight where the ladies were really up close, throwing a lot of thunder, these ladies are keeping their distance. Granted, it's just round number 3, so they're finding their range. They got some fire in them, though. When they throw these uppies, they in there with it. Both ladies just jabbed at the same time, and they made contact. That was pretty cool to see. They're steady. They have their hands up. Guard, nice guard. Again, head movement is there. Oh, now they're throwing some thunder. 45 seconds left in the round number 3. Oh, nice combination. She stepped in with the uppercut, which is unusual. She went with a hook and back with an uppercut. So she stepped in. Boom, boom, boom. Nasty. Ten seconds. Round number 3. Both ladies are still on their feet at this time. They just did that knock, knock, knock. Round number 3 is done. I am Camethea, the owner of Knockout Health and Wellness. I do not turn amateurs into professional boxers. However, I do take the everyday person and make their cardio better with the boxing basics. I take boxing outside of the ring into the community in which I serve, and I help people improve their health and wellness. That is what I'm passionate about. I absolutely love watching boxing. I love going to a match when I can do so. I can sit and watch it for hours on an everyday basis, and I do love to teach online as well as in person. However, we are definitely rocking online for a couple more years, okay? If you don't know, please subscribe. Give a like, leave a comment, or give a dislike. You don't even have to like my stuff. You can dislike it because there's a button for that. There's a dislike button and it goes a little something like this. Hit it if you don't like it, please. I can handle it. All right, round number 4 is coming up. Let me change that artwork for you. Do you see it? Do you see the orange, huh? She's rocking the locks, funky fresh, with a strong, powerful stance. You know what it is. Round number 4. Oh, they're close quarters now. Round number 4, they're stepping in. They're feeling confident. Footwork, they got the little shuffle in there. No one is stumbling over a foot. They know their placement. Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of hooks from the ladies. I'm excited about that. They like the hooks. They like the uppercuts. And they are not shy about the body work either. They like to dig. They like to dig into those sides. That's cool. Oh. She kind of threw a hook, but then came down with it. So it was out here, but she brought it up and boom, came down with it. Unusual. Last 30 seconds of round number 4. Both ladies are still on their feet. And again, they did not disappoint with the outfits. I'm loving the boxing boots. I'm loving the boxing trunks, how they matched that and coordinated. Some ladies you'll see where they come in and their sports bra is not really suited for them. It's not giving them the support that they need. However, these ladies have great support in their boxing bras, their sports bras. It's good coverage and less bounce. I don't, if you're a lady, you know about that bounce in your breast area, how it can really take away from your game and take away from your energy. So they have great support. All right, round number 4 has ended. You're going to hear me say this every time a round ends. I'm just introducing myself and letting people know who I am. That way, if they're tuning in the middle of something, they catch who I am. I am Camethea, the owner of Knockout Health and Wellness. I do not teach amateurs into professionals. That is not my business. However, my business is turning the everyday person into a cardio enthusiast by way of boxing basics, okay? I take boxing outside the ring into the community in which I serve, and I improve people's health and wellness because it's a journey. It is a journey. We're back in round number 5 coming up. Round 5. You see the artwork. She's repping that yellow bikini. Awesome physique. And every model that I have, they have on sneakers because I love sneakers. Forget the heels. I'm not putting my, no. My models will not be wearing heels. Save that for the live. But for my live, my models, my artwork will be in sneakers. And just a reminder, please don't take the artwork as yours. This is published artwork. It's mine. Oh my gosh. That was a nice jab. So Cameron stepped in and hit her with a nice jab, made her kind of take a few steps back. She shuffled, got herself together. The rounds are just floating by. That's round number 5. We have 40 seconds left. I feel like the ladies throw a lot more combos than the guys. But, that's just me. That's just me. Not saying that I'm right about it. That's just my opinion. Ladies, they step in there and they throw some thunder, and then they step back, they shuffle, or they might tie each other up in a clinch. 10 seconds, they just did the bop, bop, bop. Both ladies are still on their feet. Round number 5 is done. Moving on to round number 6. I am Camethea, the owner of Knockout Health and Wellness. I do not teach amateurs into professionals. However, I do teach the everyday person to improve their health and wellness through cardio. And that is boxing basics that they use every day or, through the course of their week to improve their cardio and their stamina, and take that into their gym, their life, their outdoor activities, shadow boxing, punching a punching bag, drills, footwork, as well as lightweight training. We do lightweight training as well. We focus on the core, especially. There is no boxing without the core. That is what I do, and it is what I'm passionate about. Boxing, taking it outside the ring into the community in which I serve. Round number 6 coming up. I did a little something different here with the tie-dye. Now, if you were actually in the ring with some tie-dye on, I think your opponent would be so confused. Like, that color work would just mess up their vision. Might be a good game plan. But I wanted to put it on the model, little tie-dye work, the rainbow, if you will. And if you notice, those sneakers down there, yeah. Round number 6. 1 minute, 25 seconds. She's about to knock that out. That is what I encourage my clients, my customers to do. I encourage them to knock that out. Round number 6, 50 seconds left. Close range, they're throwing them. Body, head, body. Oh, uppercut, solid. That was Kamara throwing that thing. And Cameron came back with her own uppercut. She was not stunting it. Like, okay, cool. Ref broke it up. Quick breather, they're right back at it. 20 seconds left in this round. They're bringing it. If I was throwing like they're throwing, I would be gassed. For real, I would be gassed. With that body weight leaning on you. Not 10 seconds. Round 6. It's over with. Ladies are still on their feet, but they're dragging back. Kamara is dragging back to her seat. She doesn't have the energy. I'm Camethea, the owner of Knockout Health and Wellness. I do not teach amateurs into professionals. However, I do take the everyday person and turn them into a boxing enthusiast by bringing boxing to them and improving their cardio through their health and wellness journey. That is what I'm passionate about. I enjoy taking boxing outside of the ring into the community in which I serve and helping to improve people's health and wellness in their fitness journey. All right, round number 7 coming up. We're gonna rock with this one. Let me see. Wait. I got options on number 7, but I'm going to rock with this one. It's not gold, it's a little tan. It's a light tan bikini with the ties on the side. Now, could she actually get in the ring with this outfit? Heck no. You pull that string and it's something that you want to see. But for modeling and art purposes, I believe that tie on the side is a great accent to a woman's hips and curves. That's why I put that in there. You see the sneakers. Round number 7, 1 minute, 20 seconds in here. The ladies are really throwing them. I haven't seen anybody really just get caught with a shot to where they're wobbly, to where I question, dang, they got rocked. These ladies are solid. Round number 7, 40 seconds to go. The ladies are getting tired. They're slowing down this round. They're taking their breathers. They're back at that distance. They're back at that jab range. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again, they step in and they get a little close. But round 7, they're standing at that jab range. They're tired. Bam, bam, bam. 10 seconds. Round number 7, they're done. Ladies are still on their feet. We're moving on to round number 8. I'm Kamithia, the owner of Knockout Health and Wellness. I do not turn amateurs into professionals. However, I take the everyday person that has fallen in love with their fitness journey, and I improve that with the boxing basics and improving their cardio through their health and wellness journey. I'm excited about it. I'm passionate about it. I enjoy taking boxing outside the ring and to the community in which I serve. What I mean by that is we meet up at parks, rec centers, your house, boxing gyms, boxing studios, yoga studios, online, all of that. Because I am so passionate about boxing that I believe that it doesn't have to stay in a ring or inside 4 walls. We can take it out and still serve. Round number 8 is green. You see the braids flowing? They're long. Okay? I'm loving the hand wraps that the ladies have on. They're showing they're about that business. Shoes. They talked about how the boxers are walking out and they looked fatigued as they're walking out to finish up these rounds. It's round number 8. The ladies looking tired. However, the hands are still up. They don't have their hands down by their sides. They have them up. Very active and in a defensive stand, which is great. Head movement is strong. I believe Kamara is showing great head movement. Cameron, her head movement is not as strong. However, her punches are. Round number 8, 50 seconds left. I was hot, but now I am cold. I have the headset on so I don't get that copyright infringement with Netflix, and I can still hear the commentary as well as keep my live going and popping. 25 seconds left. They're going 10 rounds. And if it seems like it's going by fast, it is, because they're only doing 2 minutes each round. Oh yeah, they're huffing and puffing, but they're still slinging them guns, you know what I'm saying? Uppercut to hooks. The jab is there, but not so much. They're really slinging from the sides here. All right, round 8 done. Ladies are still on their feet. Like I say, nobody looks wobbly like they can't handle a punch. These ladies can take a punch, and they can take some body shots to the core, to that midsection, because like the uppercuts have been hitting. Let me step out of the way for this one. Look, that afro is rocking. The bathing suit, we got away from the tie downs on the side, but it is a nice accent with colors, black and white. The hand wraps are different. However, I'm keeping the shoes the same until I choose to change that up. We're rocking white sneakers. But I'm loving the kinky afro, the stance, and that background. That Boston studio background, I'm loving it. We're back in it, round number 9. Oh, wait. I messed up around. My bad. So if you go back through my live somewhere in there, I messed up around. My bad. Ladies are bringing great energy. Oh, see, they made me think I was wrong. It really was round number 9. I thought I could count. They had it wrong. I can count. Okay, round number 9. It's official. So I had round number 9 up there. However, when they brought them back in to kick off round number 9, they still had 8 up there for like 15 to 20 seconds. So I was like, okay, my bad, I messed up. I didn't. I'm rocking. I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When you're doing this much talking, look, you gotta stay hydrated. You gotta keep your lips moisturized. For those content creators that be on here talking for like 5 and 6 hours, kudos to y'all, because yo, nah, I ain't in it. Round 9 down. This is the last round for these ladies. Number 10 is coming up. They're still strong on their feet. Are they tired? Yes. Are they gassed? Yes. But do they look strong and confident? Absolutely. Okay, so the afro is there. However, if you've seen the ladies that's been rocking their afro with the kinky, curly twist outs, this is what I was going for here. Not just the afro that is blown out and big, but the kinky, the coils, the curls, and popping that thing. She actually has her gloves on. Been getting that action with the jump ropes. Okay, we went back with the tie downs to accent the curves, the hips, the midsection, and we got a pop in color, purple. We call it pop in purple, purple popping, whatever. Round number 10 on its way. 1 minute, 40 seconds left. Oh, she hit her with a short chopping hook. So it was kind of like a clinch situation. She threw her hands up, kind of like this. The lady stepped back and she said, "Bah." Protect yourself at all times. The ref did not step in there and separate them. She kind of threw her hands up. Lady stepped back. Short and choppy. Oh, they're throwing them now. What? I mean, you might as well. It's the last round. Protect yourself. Be smart about it, but throw them. What I don't like is when she throws her hands out looking for the ref to separate them, because you can get caught like that. You just got your arms out, and if she just wants to lay you out, she can. If she's like a cobra, you know what I'm saying? So I really want her to stop doing that, because the ref is not going to help you like that, yo. You're not entangled. You're not clenched up. You're out like this. 30 seconds. They throwing them. They're going for it. It's less head movement. The head movement is like out the window. Oh. She hit her with a cross that kind of drove her head back, and Cameron hit her with a cross that drove Kamara's head back a bit. Round number 10, that's it. Final round. We're going to the cards on this one. There was no knockdown. There was no tech. There were really no injuries that I could see to where, you know, they had to go to the corners or ask the doctor, hey, doc, what's up? Wait. It's some swollen eyes for sure, but, you know, I don't see any open cuts, nosebleeds, or anything like that. I'm going to give you the results. Take a little intermission. I'm going to stop the live. If you have not liked or subscribed, the only way to get my live notification is if you like and subscribe, or subscribe and like. Leave a comment if you choose. That would be nice. And we're going to keep rocking through these prelims. So Cameron landed 215 punches. Kamara landed 142 punches. It was over 500 punches thrown. Not that they landed, but over 500 punches thrown. That's stamina. Imagine jumping rope for 500 plus spins. Bounce, 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 bounce. Imagine just, even if you're sitting here, just throwing punches. Over 500 of them. That's cardio. Even if you're sitting, it's tiring. And you're doing it without taking any damage, without taking any punches. You're just sitting here throwing them. Imagine taking punches on your shoulders, your neck, your body, and you're still throwing over 500. That's wild. Wow. I got the coconut water with a little ice. I threw some lime in there earlier, but I think the lime is gone because I refilled it a couple times, so the lime is gone. But coconut water and some ice for hydration. All right. Results coming up. Cameron won that one. I did not pick a side in that one. I don't know too much about these ladies, so I was really a fan watching. So Cameron won that one. Kudos to her. WBC. She got that WBC belt. All right. I'm Kamithia, the owner of Knockout Health and Wellness. I do not turn the amateur boxers into professional boxers. However, I take the everyday person and I improve their cardio and fitness in their health and wellness journey. That is what I'm passionate about. I enjoy taking boxing outside the ring and to the community in which I serve. That is what I do. Knockout Health and Wellness.